crew, my cream crew. Welcome back, my divine panel and angels of love and light, to divinely intervene as needed for my highest good, aka the highest good. The reading today is going to be, I'm just going to get a head start on things, just get a head start. And so the reading for today shall be, tell me about my dream state. Let's do the Freudian thing on Tina. So, you know, as far as what they want to convey, because I know language carries difference in meanings. So it could be, you know, the waking hour included. So we're just gonna get an understanding of what, or I am at least. You tell me how you want to tell me, my divine panel. Tell me about my dream state, okay? And what's, if you need to speak in code, then great. If you need to tell me to not say something again, then I hear you loud and clear and I comply, so no worries, okay? So tell me about my dream state, okay? I'm going to start from the left side this time. The left side is using, again, the vice versa tarot for perspectives. What did I say? Knight of Cups facing. And then the King of Wands back side over here. So what they're saying is that this is kind of like my higher self. I can't see them. I know that they're particularly there, and I'm very well protected by that healer, like strong healer type of energy, because you see here, there's like an anaconda or like large boa constrictor here as a familiar, and which is a little like synchronous, considering that I just, like, literally 5 minutes ago, if not less, loaded a reading, or channeled a song, or not a song, something about Professor Snape, and you know, just Harry Potter stuff. I just channeled that in, and so just seeing that here is very linked to that energy. So about my dream state, okay, there's a lot of love there, okay. Still immersed in intuitive bodies, so there's a certain level of consciousness there, not just subconscious, you know. So there's a lot of activity there, and definitely I'm very well protected. Like, there is a need for protection there. There have been a few that have tried to invade my dreams. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, the 13th wand there on the backing. What is 13? Oh, it's a death card on the back panel. So, there's like a final say. Because with wand energy, I feel like that's like the youngling's version of the sword, okay? So, the sword is more of like the voice, the air, the, you know, the speaking, the thoughts. So when I see the wands here in its more matured form, it's also telling me, well, like matured role, it's also telling me that there's, how do I say it? I don't know why they led me to that. But there's gosh, I forgot what I was going to say. It's like a certain backing to it, a certain, they said it was like a child's voice. Like it's got my back. So, children, tell it like it is. Whatever perspective it is that holds their degree of truth. There's no, it's just built into them. So they're saying that's kind of a saving grace for me. There's a lot of magic there. Okay, tell me a little bit more about my dream state, my divine panel. Tell me about my dream state. Can we elaborate on the King of Wands with back, like with me, like right behind that? These two. Oh, Six of Wands. Oh, Six of Wands, and then the Ten of Pentacles in reverse back. So I'm being. There's something. There's winnings in this like no other, and like you can't. It's a different kind of access point where I can tap into the messaging that it's like encrypted or something, but it's like at the greeting, like when they put a lei over your neck, it's kind of like that. So the welcoming, like upon like, oh, she's asleep, is the patterning of messages here. It reminds me of like at a glance, stenographers, they have a very, very, very different type of typewriting machine. And so that's what I'm kind of seeing here. There's like shorthand in it. It's weird. Like you'd have to study in that arena to know how to, type in that code. Like you have to know it like the back of your hand in order to be efficient and keep up. All right, so there's that. That was what do you want to call it? Clarifying the King of Wands. Oh my gosh, this is a lot. Ugh, I don't know. Oh, look, it's the moon card for sure. Manifesting at night. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? And then the sun card facing also. Holy smokes, I don't think I've ever gotten it like where like it's very straightforward and back to back. In the dream state, this is covering like high activity and high receptivity, like high victory, like high success rates, round the clock. This is insane. So just like wait for it, just wait for it, just wait for it. But at the same time, it's about taking your time. It's not just about like being in a lobby and waiting and twiddling your thumbs and like bullshitting and like what they call it, joshing around, like just shooting shit. That's what they say. Just like kind of like wasting time, meandering, and kind of like loitering around. It's not always like, oh, I've got to wait for this shit. No, it's more like, how do they say? Angels of light and love. Please tell me. Remind me. It's not just about being patient or something taking time. Dude, I totally forgot now, but they'll remind me if anything. Okay. So, something's about to start. I can't, what is that? Okay, remember not to agonize. Remember that is your, a weakness. Yeah. And agonize, when I said that, it's a very strong word to say agonize. Some things I do, just like, many other people, a majority. But it's more like, I know this. It's, I think the key in that, and from the previous reading, is that I covered myself. Like, I don't realize how really, really, really good I am at reading myself and then checking myself so that I'm covered in the future. So it's like, I think the transition period of acclimating between one pattern set to another. Um, yeah, I really feel like that. So maybe not necessarily it's a weakness, because I'm known for my great adaptation skills and my fluency and flexing. Um, but it's more like that comfort level that everyone um, tends to understand, whether they're a child or an adult. Um, and like, I know this. Like, why isn't this not working? So, anyway, 8 of Cups in reverse. It is a comeback. But why? Yeah, okay, so then the Fool card is not like something's about to start, because it's in reverse. Or so there's a hold up. This is more about being, um, knowing yourself to be separate from the, like, included in the process, but also separate from it. Like, you have your own timetable here, Tina, as well. Um, yeah, so there's different clocks running in sequence, almost like a Venn diagram. Like, we share this space of time, but other than that, I have my certain ongoings, my own timing, that is separate from that space there. 5 of Cups in about saying goodbye. Okay, this feels like the sorting hat in the dream state. It's like just sorting laundry. Like, you're not gonna, like, the colors with the whites and, oh, this sounds very racial, but it's like, if you have vibrant colors, you're not gonna throw it in the batch with your lights, you know. I mean, I keep forgetting, like, every time I buy like light underwear and throw it in with like a rock tee or something like that, it always gets like tie-dyed by whatever color t-shirt there is, and it's like, dang it. It's okay. It just happened again. I was like, oh, it's nice to have different colors, and then I am like, I didn't mean it like that. So anyway, sorting hat, 5 of Cups. It's managing your how-tos. 8 of Swords in reverse. It's meant to free me up. Again, the objectivity card. It is, it's being protected by independent perspectives, and therefore the solutions are much more valid, because you're coming from the heart of wanting to solve an issue, rather than like wanting to check that box, for sure. There's Kin energy, Empress energy, and the support crew of messengers. Okay, so what does this want to tell me as far as my dream state? I have some great characters in this batch. Mainly, yeah, I think all of them are great. All of them are upstanding. There may be a couple of distractions, but very, very minor. And the things that I need to sort through are not quite the people, because there's kind of like gate kept, where people that don't belong there, or energies that don't belong there, will not be there. So this is not a sorting of peoples, because that's already done. This is the second stage of filtration, which is managing my own energetics on what to do and what not to do. So again, and just looking at this, having this time to myself to really, really look at things is empowering. I haven't, like, gaining this kind of perspective. Like, when I do tarot, it feels kind of rushed. More often than it should. Like, even if it's just like a third or a quarter of the time that makes it feel like it's rushed, it's still like a fraction too many. Yeah. So, that mantra, I am better off. I'm always better off. I'm always better off with these changes. That patterning in assessment has yet to let me down. Okay, so anything else about my dream state before I have to go night to night? Okay, so these three are, what was in the bottom of that? 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, I don't have to do any more here. All right, so I got the 5 of Pentacles, the 2 of Wands, the 3 of Swords, and the 9 of Pentacles. So for my dream state, there seems to be some fragments, kind of like a broken window, but not 100% patched up. I mean, stained glass windows are basically fragments of the whole. So, but this is, the picture that I got in my head is like a baseball being hitting a window and it breaking, like shattering. So that's what I'm seeing here. So in my dream state, there is some planning, some resourcefulness. You see right here. Oh, this is resource planning. What the frick? Okay, so there's resource planning, okay, in my dream state. And then there's focused, very focused, intimate execution, like one by one. So this is not the 10 of Swords where it's like, I am absolutely slaying it. But this is taking chunks out piece by piece in order to make it more manageable as far as like getting there. Like you have certain milestones before you hit that goal. So that's what I'm being shown here, because that's independence right here. This is doing very, very well for yourself, Tina. It's like looking in the mirror. Okay, let me get a little bit more context to the 3 of Swords. I think the plans, because I'm seeing the carryover of red and it's like next to each other, is being able to assess, like this is Dark Night of the Soul at sunset, you know, not sunset. Is it sunset or sun up? It's the rising sun. I feel like it's the rising sun. So before the new day starts, just like now, basically, when life is abound, I am in the dark night of the soul. And this is a contemplative, meditative state in which I get to assess any kind of heartbreaks, anything that went wrong in previous states. So this is again, dark night of the soul. Activated in assessment. Like this is my case study. This is my own lookbook. This is where I get my inspiration from as far as what has hurt me. And the more that I look at this, there's less nostalgia, but more to learn about myself. And so it's deactivating any type of triggers. So this is active learning, and therefore strengthening and fortifying any plans and how I come forward and how I present myself overall. So this is very good, because in doing these readings, when I feel like a lot of kind of anxiety, when there's a lot of energy abound, I notice that there's a lot of hesitation and and forgetfulness, like how I started the reading. So I can't 100% attribute it to the time of day. I feel like, or even say that it's spell work being done on me. It's just more like, I'm going to give some time to myself to digest the material that I'm also receiving, rather than just figuring out how to interpret it to someone else. That I have an immediate personal takeaway. All right, I don't know why I said it like that. Bottom of the deck, King of Swords, back to me, and the vice versa card. It's kind of like coloring book style right there. On the title. So this is again very good because yet again in so I have the King of Wands and then turns out to be the King of Swords as well. So excuse me. So then that means that I have a lot of protection in how I vocally express myself. I'm a great representative for others that understand and that have achieved, that continuously achieve greatness. So there's that. All right. So to those protectors, what do you want to say, my divine panel, to them? Okay, 2 cards. 7 of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. So they recognize that you have a certain advantage in order to facilitate returns for me. That you're balancing things out and using your power and your gifts, not just responsibly, but it's kosher for the spirit is what I'm hearing. Yeah. All right, that's awesome. So what is my takeaway? Taking 3 spirit. Oh, that's clarifier. Oh, what a clarifier. Oh my gosh. Okay. 7 of Swords in reverse, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Queen of Pentacles upright. So basically, this is kind of like a house clearing, but it's also like, what is that? Clearing house. That it's a Mandela thing where Mandela effect thing where like this, what is his name? Not Pat Sajak. The guy from Star Search. He presents that big old check. I swear, yeah. So anyway, this is no BS in this arena, basically. It's dissolving any of that. Yeah. I'm hearing Banaka. Bad breath, bad speaks. Yeah. Whoa, that's weird. That's crazy. So my dream state already activates that energy in that ward, in clearing out any spell casting that is meant to cause harm to me. All right, takeaway number 2 for me, my divine panel. Oh my goodness. The Hermit card in reverse and the King of Cups in upright. That's wonderful. So this is illuminated, resurrected, Jesus Christ, but this is also spiritual evolution, in which this is like graduation day for your learnings, and like where it's kind of like where spirit is there, like as your father or mother or whatever, and you're getting married, and so like they're walking you down the aisle. So it's kind of like that, very personalized sense of awareness, like illuminated energy. So I got that going for me. All right, thank you. What is my 3rd takeaway for this? My Destiny card. It's in reverse, and it pulled up with these 2, so I'm going to grab those. Queen of Swords and the Tower card in reverse. Yeah. So definitely is housekeeping. tidying up your space, just getting into the regular mode of that, cleaning up a few things energetically. Like there needs to be like some points of closure, um, like signatures and communications and something that affects, you know, my day to day. So that needs to be in clear focus. So what is our takeaway? I forgot to ask about that. Final one is Three of Cups. Look, we get to celebrate together, or we do. So as far as dream state, it's like you live in the dream. That's that's what it is. That's crazy. All right, thanks very much for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally. I call back all my power, energy, strength, gifts, essence, from those who carry, bring, generate, facilitate, cast, call upon, or any variation thereof, ill will, intent, and or entities to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, reformatting to love and light energy, and then to be refortified in me, only me, hassle-free, no doubt, no attachments, except for all bonus points included. I just saw something flying right here. Yeah, so upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate location outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of roll out in light and love. I close the portals in this reading.